Adoptables. Original characters. What the heck are they? It's 2025, and people might not know what an adoptable or original character is. But don't worry, I'm here to help you. I will now be giving you an explanation on adoptable etiquette and explanations of what the heck buying and selling characters online even is in the middle of the, 21st century, in the quarter of the 21st century. All right, let's get right into it. First, I'm going to give you some terminology. Some of you might not even know what the heck I'm talking about. So, an adoptable is a pre-made character designed specifically to be sold. So basically, you can design characters yourself, right? Or somebody else can design the character and you buy it from them for reasons of you like the design or you like the designer. There are adoptables that are just available everywhere and you can go and buy them, and I will show you where later. However, you can also get people to draw you exactly what you want, and that is called a custom. A custom is a character designed by someone else for you according to some sort of specifications. There's such a thing as like gotcha customs, which is like you provide a little bit of feedback and then the person designs it for you. For example, you might just be able to tell them, I want this gender and I want it to be pink. Or you might be able to say, I want it to be a cat and I want it to be themed off of space. But other types of customs, you could be like, here is my entire write-up of what character I want. I want the character to be a calico cat, and I want them to wear this outfit, and I want them to have this expression, and they will draw it for you. And you can, like, work with them on the design. But I'm going to caution you, if someone says anything about the skeb, if they say it's skeb style, that basically means that you say to them, hey, I want you to make this character for me. And they say, okay, it's skeb style. Is that okay? And maybe you say yes without thinking of it. And then they just deliver it to you. They say, here, it's done. Pay me now. What? But I wanted to give my feedback. Skeb is basically a Japanese website where you tell the person, hi, I want you to draw this thing. They say, okay. And then they just give it to you and you don't get any feedback. But normally you will get drafts and things like that with a custom. So some more just basic terminology. A base is when somebody else draws line art and then someone can design characters on that and sell the characters as long as they give credit back to the base. This is a base that I was using recently, this really cute cat base, and you can see the description basically says, link back to me. You can use it for adoptables or customs, but you cannot use it for commissions. Commission would be somebody says to you, hey, I want you to draw this cat character that I already own. You cannot be, it's some bases you're allowed to be like, I'll draw on a base, but you have to like say it. In some bases you can't. So basically, you have to read the description of the base, as it says. But it can make designing characters easier for you. And I will explain where to find bases later in the video. Now I'm going to go into different types of buying and selling characters ways. First, there's an auction. This is very common. Basically, somebody puts up adoptables. They say, it's an auction. 24 hours, and whoever gets the highest bid wins. They might have like a minimum bid increase starting amount. Maybe it starts at $10. They say the minimum bid increase is $5. So then if you want it and somebody's already bid on it, you have to be like, okay, I'll bid $15. And those get kind of tense. But most auctions have an auto buy. Auto buy is if you pay this much, then you don't have to worry about the auction. So let's say that somebody said, my character's $10, bid increase is $5, auto buy is $50. If you pay them $50, you can skip the auction. And some people will have something where they're like, auto buy 1, auto buy 2. And if you auto buy 2, maybe they'll give you stuff with it. Like they'll be like, I'll draw you more pictures if you auto buy 2. And maybe that's like $100. So prices go up. Then there's something you might see, OTA. That means offer to adopt. Basically, that means the person's like, I don't know what I want. You make me an offer and I will accept what I feel like is best. So it's lower pressure than an auction. You could offer money. You can offer sometimes other characters that you own. You can offer to make them an adoptable. Or I guess a custom. You could offer them like art. You say, I will draw pictures for you if you give me this character. Things like that. Lots of different things that you can offer. Then you might see DTA/WTA, draw to adopt or write to adopt. Basically, this means, hey everyone, I want you to draw this character, and whoever I feel captures the character's personality best will get the character and also all the drawings that everybody else made. So then you get a character that, like an adoptable character that comes with all of this stuff. Write to adopt, usually they want you to like write a personality for the character, and whoever writes what they think is the best personality will get the character. Then some other terms that you just might see: HQ, MQ, LQ. That's basically quality. It means high quality, medium quality, low quality. I feel like this can be kind of discouraging, right? Because how do you know what your design is? Like, maybe I want to think that all of my designs are high quality because I put a lot of effort into them. But usually when someone says high quality, they mean like it's like a ton of details, like a freaking crazy amount of details, or it's made by somebody who has like a really high reputation. So here's this like adoptable that I made. I don't know. I personally would like to think it's medium quality. Like a low quality might just be like you put one color on it and you didn't put like a lot of thought into it. So I would like to say that most of my adoptables are at least medium quality, but it's kind of subjective. But basically, if somebody says high quality, you're probably gonna have to spend a lot of money on it. Okay, you might see this with like bases. FTU or PTU basically means free to use or pay to use. If it's a base and it's pay to use, that means you have to pay them money to use their base. And then closed and open species. Okay, this is where things get complicated. Basically, this is more of like a furry thing, but somebody can like design a species, and let's say my species is they're part dog and they're part snail, and they look like this and they have these qualities. If I make it a closed species, I said nobody else can design a dog mixed with a snail, but if you want to, you have to pay me money. If you, or I'm the only one who can sell these dogs mixed with snails. And open species means I'm like, this is my species, snogs or whatever, and anyone can make a snog, and this is the features of snogs. So some like original species that you might know, especially if you're furry, I'll put some examples on the screen. Sparkle dogs, you may have heard of these, or protogens, you may have seen these. So there's a whole thing between like, there's protogens, there's primogens. You have to pay money to make a primogen. They have like specialty features. Honestly, some of it goes over my head. I'm not really in that world, but if you really fall in love with something that's a closed species, or no, then you might have to pay money. Okay, now I will get into some websites that you can use to buy and sell adoptables. First, I will do the most classic website, is DeviantArt. Okay, DeviantArt's kind of gone downhill, like less people use it than they used to, but it's still really popular. So basically, you can join these things called groups, and people can put their adoptables in the groups, and you can see lots of adoptables, and sometimes they're ranked by how expensive they are, or you can just search adoptable, cat adoptable, blah blah blah, and find some. You can buy and sell them with points, which is DeviantArt's virtual currency. So if you don't want to use real money, you can use points, and sometimes they're cheaper. You can buy points with money. That's where points come from. But you can also like offer your own characters and people can buy them with points, and then you can buy other characters with points. It's a whole thing. But I just went to the homepage of DeviantArt and I found these adoptables right here. And then here's a description stating how you would purchase these adoptables. Basically, if it says like they're open, that means they're still available. Okay, then Toy House. This website kind of emerged, and it's like the new home ground, I'd say, for all things character related. Basically, you can like make your own characters on there, but you can also buy and sell characters, and it's very popular to buy and sell characters on Toy House. So there's tags, so people can set their characters up to be sold, and here's like an example of how you would search through the tags to find characters for sale. Or you can use forums, and in the forums, lots of people will put what they're selling, and it's like it updates like crazy. Like if you reload the page, the threads are like going and disappearing. It gets crazy. But this is a great hub for buying and selling characters. Also on Toy House, it's very common to trade characters for other characters, or for art, or for other things that aren't just money. Then here's this website. It's called YCH commissions. It's basically your character here commissions. They have a whole adoptable section, and they have other types of commissions. Your character here basically means they draw your character in the spot, but they also have this whole section here of adoptables. I'll talk about different types of commissions in another video, but mostly the things on your character here commissions are like auction style. So here's an example of one of those. I don't think many people know about this website, but it's pretty cool. Then I discovered this website called Character Hub, which in my opinion is like a newer, more playful, and younger toy house. Like a younger crowd overall. They have a marketplace feature where you can like buy and sell characters, and they also have their own type of virtual currency, but I haven't used it too much, so I can't say too much about it. But I will say that a lot of people on Character Hub are younger. Then you can buy and sell characters on Discord servers. You kind of have to find them yourself. Like you can look up like Google Discord servers for adoptables and you'll find some. And then you can like get pinged when people are selling stuff. Lots of people who sell characters on Discord will sell them for money, pretty much. Sometimes they give them away for free, or sometimes they will sell them for Nitro, Discord Nitro, things like that. But yes. Oh, sometimes people sell characters for Robux on Roblox, like, but it'll be on a different website. They'll be like on DeviantArt, and they'll be like, buy this character, you can buy it for 100 Robux. Things like that. Basically, if it's like a younger artist, they're more likely to accept a variety of payments. Some other websites that you can use Instagram for adoptables. You could maybe use Fur Affinity, which is like a furry website. You can definitely find them on Twitter or X now, or etc., etc. Lots of other social media websites. Basically, you can buy and sell adoptables on there. You can probably buy and sell them on Tumblr. I don't know. But those are my top recommendations for websites. The nice thing about Toy House is that, like, if you buy an adoptable from someone, they can just transfer it right over to you, and then it's yours forever. With, like, DeviantArt and stuff, they have to send you a file. It gets kind of complicated. I'll explain one more thing about adoptables. This is a furry thing. So when they make fursuits, a lot of fursuit makers make something called a pre-made, which is a fursuit that they design specifically to be sold. And it may or may not come with a character, but you can create one. So if they make a pre-made, maybe they just make a pre-made and it's like a red and black wolf, and they're like, okay, selling this pre-made. And then you buy it, and then you invent a character around the pre-made. But also people can sell their old fursuits. For example, let's say I'm a furry and I am trying to sell... Oh, so I'm a furry and I have a fursuit. This is hypothetical because I don't have a fursuit. Let's say I'm a furry and I have a fursuit of my fursona. And, you know, she's basically just a cat, right? In spirit. But the fursuit to me is my character. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no money. I need to pay my taxes. I need to sell my fursuit. But I don't want to sell my fursona. I love my fursona. So I will sell you my fursuit, but I say you have to change the character. That happens a lot. But also sometimes people will sell a fursuit and it'll come with the character. Maybe it'll come with like art and things. Does any of this make any sense, guys? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I tried to provide some pictures and some good terminology to help you. But if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. The world of adoptables and buying and selling characters is very confusing, and sometimes it seems like it goes over your head, especially with like creators who are like famous for making adoptables, and they like draw an adoptable and they're like $500. And now that VTubers are a thing, this is like a whole nother thing. But anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope you got something out of it. And please feel free to ask me your questions. And if I get enough questions, I'll make a follow-up video. But I will also be making a video about how to buy and sell commissions, not characters. Commissions of things you already own, like characters you already own, or yourself, or your pet. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.